In last week's video, I talked about how I finished relisting my entire Poshmark closet, and as a result, this is the first video in a very long time where I get to talk about some sales that are a result of newer listings. So if you're as excited as me, hit that like button and let's get into it.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Kidizen, and thredUP. And on this channel, we do a weekly what sold video as well as tips and tricks videos, reviews of reseller tools, haul videos, just all kinds of stuff that resellers like to watch. So if that sounds interesting to you, especially from the perspective of a part-time reseller, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell just so you are alerted every time I upload new content. If you are brand new to my channel, thank you so much for taking a chance on me and visiting my channel. I really appreciate you being here and I hope you enjoy this video. And for those of you who keep coming back week after week, I can't tell you how much your support means to me. It really means the world. So thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me onto your phones, your TVs, wherever it is that you're watching me. And I'm just thankful that we get to hang out in this way. So in this video, we are going to be talking about what sold. Really quickly though, I want to start with the story of how I lost a $125 sale. So basically this guy was bundling a bunch of stuff in my Poshmark closet and he landed at like 12 items. And after I assumed he was done bundling, I sent him a nice message saying, thanks for visiting my closet. And I sent him an offer with discounted shipping. The total amount for all of the items came out to like $286. I think I said it was a little higher when I talked about this on my Instagram. I think I said it was like $296 or something, but it was like $286, $284, something like that. I believe I sent him an offer of $175 for those 12 items. And some of them were much older. Some of them I had had for over a year. And, a couple of them I got for free. A couple of them I got for really, really cheap. Some I sourced at Goodwill myself. And a few of them were also consignment pieces that I, work out consignment deals sometimes with people that I know. And so I pay up for those in the sense that like I estimate how much I'm going to make on those items and then offer to give the person half. So I definitely pay more for those items than the stuff I'm getting for free and stuff, right? So I did have, some money into the bundle. I offered him $175. He countered at $125. So I was debating, do I take his offer? I did want to get some of that old stuff out, but also I knew that I would have to upgrade the shipping. I didn't even know if I'd be able to ship it all out using Poshmark, to be honest with you, because of the fact that I knew these 12 pieces were probably going to be over 10 pounds because there were like jackets and blazers and really heavy sweaters. There was no way I was going to get it into a 5-pound package. So because I knew I would also have to pay for upgraded shipping, I was just really on the fence about, if I should accept that offer or not. So I reached out in the bundle feature and instead of countering right away, I said, would you be okay with $150? Can we meet in the middle? And I tried to explain too that, because of shipping and whatnot, it was going to eat into my profits a lot more. He never responded. The initial offer expired while I was sleeping. So I woke up to realize that I had lost the sale. And I did try, sending him one more offer at $150. That was what I was trying to get him to come up to. He didn't respond. He didn't accept. So I lost the sale. I could have made not $125 more because I would only make 80% of that, but I could have made a bit more money this week than I did. But looking back, I'm actually okay at how things, worked out. It would have been nice to get rid of some of that stuff, but I would barely have been making a profit. And so I'm okay with waiting, but I did want to let you know that that happened. I'm curious. Let me know. Would you have taken the $125 offer? I'll put a screenshot here of what all was in the bundle so you guys can see too. I don't know. It was like knowing that it was going to come out to less than $10 a piece. I don't know. But yeah, that's one of the things that happened to me this week. But thankfully there were, a few good things that happened. I actually had some really great sales, so I was really happy about that. The first thing I'll say is Poshmark was slightly disappointing. I mean, I kind of had the same number of sales on Poshmark that I typically do. I had 15 sales on Poshmark, but I had 4 $0 sales days on Poshmark. 4. That's more $0 sales days than days with sales. So that was pretty disappointing, but There was one day in particular where I just like made a ton of sales. So I kind of made up for it. But yeah, it was just a really weird week in that sense. But let's talk about what actually did sell. So starting on Monday, which was October 19th, on eBay, I had one sale, and it was this Tommy Hilfiger geometric print V-neck sweater in a size 3X. It sold for $20. They paid for shipping. I made $17.30. And this was kind of stressful because the person reached out to me the day that it was supposed to be delivered, the day that USPS said that it would be delivered. And she was like, this isn't here yet. I got this as a gift for someone, and now I have to show up to this party empty-handed. And she's like, I checked the tracking. It does say that you shipped it out right away, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. And so I reached back out to her and I said, I'm so sorry. I don't know what more I could have physically done. I literally shipped it out the day that you purchased it, and at that point, it's out of my hands. And, you know, USPS is having some issues with getting packages to their destinations on time. I'm so sorry. She never responded, but she did end up giving me positive feedback, which was really nice. I think she did understand in the end that it wasn't my fault. I don't know. Let me know if you guys are experiencing a lot of shipping delays. I didn't think I was, but then, you know, I got that message, and for the most part, I feel like most of my stuff is getting to people really quickly. And that's one of the most common, you know, pieces of feedback that I get both on Poshmark and eBay and other places that I sell. People are like, you know, thank you for shipping this out so quickly. So this was kind of new and it freaked me out a little bit, but the outcome was good. So that's great. On Tuesday, October 20th, this was another $0 sales day for me on Poshmark, but on eBay, I sold this pair of Columbia khaki cargo shorts in a size 40. That sold for $14.90. That was an offer that I sent out to watchers. And so after shipping, which they paid for, I made $11.99. This and the Tommy Hilfiger sweater that I talked about, they were both items that I had relisted when I relisted my entire Poshmark closet. The next thing to sell on eBay was such a cool sale, I thought. It was this NIV Korean English Explanation Bible. When this sold, I immediately DM'd a lot of Josh. He is someone who used to be a full-time reseller. He is actually now doing something else. I don't know if he's still reselling on the side, but I reached out to him because he's also Korean and he also has a dad who was a pastor. And so we really like relate to each other a lot in that sense. And I was like, look what just sold on eBay. And he was like, oh my gosh, like the number of those things that I had lying around my house. So this was just something I had in my house. I think maybe like my parents left it here a long time ago or we inherited it somehow. I don't know. It's basically a Bible in the NIV translation and it has Korean on one side and English on the other. It's kind of an older Bible and it does have like writing in it, but I got so many comments from people on eBay about this asking questions and someone finally bought it at my full asking price of $44.99. So I was able to ship this out using media mail and I made $38.71. Be on the lookout for Bibles written in Korean and English because they can sell pretty well. I'm sure you don't just have them lying around your house unless you, like Josh and I, are Korean and have pastors for dads. But yeah, that was a really cool sale. The next thing to sell was by the brand Heflinger. You know how I am at pronouncing things. I don't know. I think it's German. Again, I don't know. But it was this pair of Bavarian leather clogs and they were in like a size 7 to 7.5. It used European sizing, but the size conversion chart said that it was the equivalent of a US 7 to 7.5. I sent out offers to watchers on this for $29.90. It did sell via promoted listings. I promote all of my eBay listings at 1%. They paid for shipping. I made $24.66. That was something that I relisted and that was something that I got at a local consignment store for under $2 because they let me pay $50 per huge like garbage bag. So that was a good flip. I probably could have gotten a little bit more for it, but I had it for, you know, a few months at this point and I just wanted to move it out. The next item was something that I put out to auction because it was something that I relisted and it just was not like a very significant piece. It was this Reebok black workout tank top in a size extra small. This is actually something that I bought off of Poshmark for myself, but it was way too small. So, you know, I think it does say extra small on the tag, but it fits more like an extra small. And I made sure to put that in the description description just so that, you know, the new buyer would be aware. But I just set it out to auction for $1.99. It got the one bid. After they paid for shipping, I made $1.57. The next item to sell was over on Mercari. I actually had a stupendous week on Mercari. Stupendous for me. Like, I still didn't break $100 of profit on Mercari, but like, I usually don't make as many sales as I made on Mercari. I made 7 Mercari sales this week, which was crazy. I sold this hot project printed flare sleeve dress in a size medium. It had like, I think, a paisley print. It was super lightweight. I got it for less than $1 at that same consignment store I just talked about. And it sold for $17 on Mercari with free shipping. So I paid $3.77 to ship it out using Pirate Ship, and I made $10.74. And then on Wednesday, and that's something that I relisted as well. On Wednesday, which was October 21st, this, for whatever reason, was just like an amazing sales day for me. I had so many Poshmark sales, and the reason for that is because it was closet clear out. I had eBay sales, I had Mercari sales, I had a direct sale. It was just a good sales day. So the first thing to sell over on Poshmark was this Entro Batwing knit front tie cardigan sweater in like this really rich purple color in a size extra small. I picked this up pretty recently at a local consignment store, and it sold for $17. That was the offer sent to me. So I made $13.60. That was only listed for 4 days, so it was really exciting to get something new, get it listed, and make some money off of it. Cozy sweaters like that are definitely selling right now. The next thing to sell was this pair of Nike Air Essential Sister Retro shoes in a size 9. These were pretty old and beat up looking. I mean, they still had some life to them, but I had them listed at like $15, I think, at this point. Someone offered me $10. I was so happy to get them out of my house, so I said yes. I made $7.05 on those, and those were something that I relisted, and after I relisted them, I made $9. And I do think that I got those for free from someone at church. The next thing to sell was by the brand, I think you pronounce it Zaya. It might be Zia, but I think it's Zaya. They are an activewear brand. It is an MLM. Basically, you have to be like a brand representative, or I don't know what the official term is, and you buy from the supplier in bulk, and then you throw like Zaya parties. So right now, you know, anyone who is a sales rep for Zaya, they are throwing like online Zoom parties or, you know, whatnot. So it's, you know, it's like a LuLaRoe. People really seem to like this brand though. I had a pair of leggings by this brand that sold for like $40 or $50, and that was really quick. And this was only listed for 4 days, and it sold for $20, which may not seem like a lot, but for like basic workout tanks, this, you know, it was a lot. So it was just this seamless scoop neck workout tank in a size large. It did sell for $20 using my closet clear out method, which I do have a video about. I will link it right here. And that gave me $16 of profit. So, you know, really great quick sale. It is something that I picked up pretty recently at a local consignment store for pretty cheap. So I was really happy with that quick turnaround. The next thing to sell was this pair of Abound, which is a brand sold at like Nordstrom Rack. It was these ankle strap perforated boho booties in a size 9.5. I thought they were pretty cute, and someone on my Instagram, you know, I posted a picture of them, and they said that it was really similar to a pair of Dolce Vita booties that they had. These sold for $10. I had them listed for $25, and someone asked me if I was still running my half off sale. I had posted about a 50% off sale that I did in my closet sometime last week, and the buyer was like, I missed out on the sale, and I was like, that's fine, I'll still, you know, offer you 50% off. But I accidentally offered her a $10 price on these when I meant to do like 12 or 13, which, you know, $2 is not a big difference, and she was just so happy for such a great deal. And I had them for a while. I got them at the consignment store for under $2, and it was something that I had relisted, so I let them go for $10. I dropped the price so she could also get discounted shipping, and I made $7.05, and those sold 24 days after being relisted. The next thing to sell was a new listing as well, and it was this Lulu's teal T-shop ruffle neckline blouse in a size medium. Lulu's like usually doesn't actually sell that quickly for me, so I was really happy that this only took 4 days to sell, and it sold for $15. That was the offer sent to me, and I made $12 off of that. The next thing to sell was this pair of Just Fab Tellin red plaid Diorce heels in a size 5.5 with like a pointed toe. I thought these were gorgeous and so perfect for the holidays. Like, you could wear this to a Christmas party and it would be They sold for $14 and I made $11.05. That was also from the consignment store, so I had less than $2 into those, and I did just recently relist those. The next thing to sell was this Tasso Elba, which is a brand for men that, you know, they do sell it at like TJ Maxx and stuff, so I don't think it's really worth that much. It doesn't retail for a super high amount. It was this cable knit quarter zip pullover sweater in a size 2XL. This took 33 days to sell after being relisted, and it was something that I got for $1 at a Salvation Army. So using my closet clear out method, I sold this for $20 and I made $16 off of that, which is great considering I have $1 into it. The next sale was this pair of Lauren Ralph Lauren blue logo ballet flats in a size 6B, which is medium, and it sold for $18 using my closet clear out method, so I made $14.40. That was something that I had relisted recently, and it sold 10 days after being relisted. The last thing to sell over on Poshmark was a great sale. It was this Columbia purple down-filled hooded puffer coat in a size extra small. This I did get for under $1 at the consignment store where I was shopping by the bag. So I bought it like probably in May or June or something like that, but I didn't list it until very recently. It was only listed for 4 days and it sold for my full asking price of $75. So I made $60 off of that. And I wasn't really sure what to expect because it was Columbia, and Columbia doesn't resell for as much as brands like the North Face or obviously like Patagonia or something, but it was in really good condition and it also was downfilled. So I think the fact that it was a timely listing, like, you know, people are looking for this kind of stuff right now, and the fact that it was downfilled, I think that that's what helped it sell. Yeah, no offers or anything, just bought it flat out. That is the best kind of sale in my opinion. And then over on eBay, I sold this Ink International Concepts t-shirt in a size medium petite. It was like floral and it had some sequins on it. I set it out to auction. It was one of my oldest listings. I had relisted it and it was something that I got for free from a friend. So it sold for $1.99. I had them pay for shipping and they did end up paying a little bit more than they needed to. So I made $2.12 on that. And then on Mercari, I had 2 sales this day. That's unheard of, guys. Like, I don't make 2 sales in a day on Mercari. Like, what's going on? So the first thing to sell was this turtleneck by their brand Dissident. I had found it at that consignment store when I was shopping by the bag, and it just looked nice. I'm such a sucker for elbow patches, and it had like a faux suede elbow patch on it. It was a turtleneck. The fabric was acrylic, which isn't ideal, but it was really cool because it was like speckled with like, you know, hints of like other colors. I just really liked it. It got like so many likes on Poshmark, like over 20 likes, but no one ever bit the bullet. Like I would send out, you know, my closet clear out message to everyone that liked it. I think I even sent out offers to likers on it, nothing. But then I got it cross-listed over to Mercari using List Perfectly. And within like, I don't know, a handful of days it sold. So that was really exciting. It sold for $21. They also paid $9.99 to get this shipped out to them, which is kind of a ridiculous amount to have to pay. But like I'm trying to charge for shipping now because, you know, they've kind of changed some things around. So I ended up making $17.99 off of that. And I was really happy with that because it's a great piece. It needs to be worn like right now. You know, I'm so happy someone's going to get to wear it now. And I have less than $1 into that. So awesome. The next thing to sell on Mercari was this new with tags Nasty Gal Midaxi. That's literally what it was called. It's like a blend of midi and maxi dress, but it was this black ribbed dress in a size extra small. It had like a really high neck. This I thought was really cute. I thought it was actually really classy, especially given the fact that it came from Nasty Gal. Nasty Gal does not sell well for me. It just does not. So this got a lot of attention, but again, no one actually bit the bullet and made the purchase. But I finally got an offer on it for $19, and I did have to pay for shipping because this one was under £1. So I said I would pay for shipping. Shipping was $3.77. I made $13.33 on that dress. I think I paid like $6 or $7 for it at Goodwill. So my profit on this was not amazing, but I am happy to get rid of it. And it is a nice dress. And then I had one direct sale this day. So Abigail reached out to me about 3 pieces and she wanted to just buy them from me direct because it would save her money. It would save me money. And so the 3 pieces were this pair of Timazi heels. I'd never heard of this brand before. I got these heels in a thredUP rescue box of shoes and they were brand new. You could tell they'd never been worn. They have like this caged like netting looking detail. They were so interesting, and I'm so happy that someone who can appreciate them finally has them in her possession. And then the other two pieces were for her son. The first one was this pistachio, that was the brand name, reversible jacket. On one side it was like this satiny brown, and then on the other side it was like a leopard print. And the other piece that she got from me was this New with Tags Gap Kids sweater with a graphic of like two swans, kind of like this, and it, you know, created a heart. I actually got that at Gap maybe last year or 2 years ago. I got it for my daughter, and she ended up never wearing it. It was on like super clearance. I got it for super cheap, but she never wore it, and that's why the tags were still on it. So I sold this bundle to Abigail for $55, and I did say that I would pay for shipping, and somehow I was able to ship that out to her for only $10.73, and so I made $44.27 off of those. The Ti heels I probably had like $4 or $5 into. I think that's what, you know, the price per pair of shoes came out to with that thredUP rescue box. The pistachio reversible jacket I got from the local consignment store in the bag sale thing, and the swan sweater from Gap I picked up myself, you know, at Gap. So not a whole lot into that bundle, but I was able to profit $44.27. And Abigail left me such a kind and sweet comment regarding all the pieces. So I'm so happy you loved everything. Thank you so much for the purchase, Abigail, and I hope your son loves everything too. And then on Thursday, which was October 22nd, I had one sale on Poshmark, and it was a bundle, and this also went out to a viewer. I think your name is Sparkle, and if that's true, you have the coolest name ever. But she got this Riot Society California Republic bear sweatshirt in a size medium. That was something that I had listed for 2 days, and it did come from the bag, and it did come from the consignment store where I shop by the bag, but that was a new listing, so it was really cool to sell it, you know, within 2 days of listing it. And then the next thing to sell was something that I relisted. It was this Victoria's Secret's Black Dream Angels push-up bra in a size 32 double D. It took 10 days to sell after relisting it, and what happened was she liked both items. I put them in a bundle for her, and I sent her an offer of $35 for the bundle with discounted shipping, which she accepted, so I made $25.88. So thank you so much for your purchase. You are awesome, and I hope you love both pieces. And then on eBay, I had a couple sales. They were both auction items, so we're not looking at top dollar here. The first thing was this pair of J. Crew Factory, the Sutton Chino pants in a size 31 by 32. These I got for free from a friend at church, and they sold for $4.99. That was the auction price. There was a lot of wear on these, which is why I didn't list them out for, you know, just like a buy it now or best offer type of situation. A lot of wear. So obviously I took pictures of, you know, all of the flaws and the wear and all that kind of stuff, but I just auctioned them out, and I had them pay for shipping. I made $3.36 off of that, and that's still profit because, like I said, that is something that I got for free. And then the next thing to sell was a lot of Carter's multicolored one sleeve one pieces. I called them one pieces because if you use the word onesies on eBay, you can get a Vero, which is like a strike against your account. And if you get Vero, they can actually like shut down your account for a few days so that people can't see your listings. If people can't see your listings, then they can't shop from you, obviously. So definitely beware if you are selling onesies. Don't use the word onesies. I think there's like a copyright on the name or something like that. Other Vero terms or words are things like Velcro. I don't remember the other ones. Let me know other Vero terms if you know them, but there are some that you just have to beware of. They were all in a size newborn, and they were all onesies that my kids wore. So it was really wonderful to give these onesies new life. I put them out to auction for $4.99. They paid for shipping. I made $4.05, which is really cool to make money off of stuff that my kids used. And then on Mercari, again, I had 2 sales. Like what in the what? What's happening, Mercari? I love it. Please keep it up. So I sold this bundle of 2 cardigans. Okay, this was like, I was happy to make the sale, but also I messed up, and I'll explain here in a second. It was a bundle of 2 cardigans. One was this gymboree orange, like open knit cardigan. It buttoned up the front. And the other one was this red open front, like cardigan sweater type thing. It was like flare sleeve. It had no brand. I got that one at the consignment store, like shove a bag deal thing for $50. And the orange gymboree thing, I think my daughter actually wore it. So someone reached out to me on Mercari because these were 2 separate listings, and she asked if I would bundle them for her. So I said yes. And I asked her, you know, what do you think is a fair price? She said she'd be willing to do $18 for both. And I was like, great. I meant to do $18 plus free shipping. And I was going to like figure figure out shipping, so I didn't want to do it through Mercari. But I accidentally did it through Mercari, and I chose the option for shipping that's over £1, which this actually was over £1 because that Gymboree cardigan was actually pretty heavy. So I had to pay $9.99 to ship these items out to her. That was pretty frustrating because it did not need to cost $10 to ship out, but it did. So I made $5.39 off of that $18 sale. That's what happens when you're moving too quickly and you're just pressing buttons and not really paying attention. That's on me, but that's okay. The next sale was this Torrid lace-up back 2-fur layered sweater in a size 3X. I usually don't have a lot of luck with Torrid, but this sold like almost instantaneously, like within the first couple days of listing it. And I think it's because it was a larger size. It was a 3X and it's a sweater. Like people are looking for sweaters. And the lace-up detail on the back was super cute. So it sold for $20. I think I had it listed for $25 and someone offered me $20 and they paid $9.99 again to get that thing shipped out to them. It was over £1, so I made $17.12 off of that sale. And then on Friday, which was October 23rd, this was the beginning of a 2-day Poshmark drought, so no Poshmark sales, but over on eBay, I had another item go out to auction and sell, and it was this Gap Factory brown floral faux wrap tank top in a size medium. I got this for free from a friend. It sold for $2.99, which was the auction price, and they paid for shipping. I made $2.99. That was something that I relisted. I've had it forever, so I was just happy to see it go. The next thing to sell was this pair of Italian Shoemakers multicolored thong sandal wedges in a size 7. I did get these at the consignment store for under $2, and I did relist them as well. So they sold probably like, 15 to 20 days after being relisted. I sent out offers to watchers on this, and then they countered with $16.50, which I was more than happy to take. So they paid for shipping, although I did have to pay a little bit more because I didn't charge them quite enough. I made $13.51 on those. And then I did have one thredUP sale, and it was this Banana Republic short sleeve wool blend sweater cardigan in like this dark tan color. It also had some alpaca in the blend, and it was in a size extra large. I would say the majority of my thredUP sales are larger sizes. So it was a size extra large. I did get this from the consignment store for under $1. So I, was just sending them stuff to see how different brands would do, how different styles would do. This sold on their website for $47.99, and I made $11.14. And all I did was stick it in a box, put it on a spreadsheet, and send it off to thredUP. They took pictures, they listed it, they did all the work, and I made some money. So that was really cool. And then on Saturday, the 24th, I had a couple eBay sales and a Kidizen sale. So the first thing to sell on eBay was this pair of Donald J. Pliner metallic lug sole loafers in a 9.5. I thought these were really cool. Donald J. Pliner is a really great brand. For me, it doesn't sell very quickly. It does eventually sell, and it usually sells for like a decent amount. It usually sits though. So these I did relist, but they actually did sell pretty quickly after relisting them. I sold them for $40. That was the offer sent to me, and that was a counter off of an offer to watchers that I sent out, but I still accepted it. And they paid for shipping, although I did have to pay an additional like $1.69 because I didn't have them paying for quite enough, which is totally fine. I'm okay with, covering a little bit of it. And so I made $31.59, and that was after it being promoted at 1% as well. The next thing to sell was this Nanette Lepore black tropical print tennis skirt in a size extra large. It was like a skirt. I was so shocked by this sale because it was a full price sale of $29.99. And I do think that that's kind of what the comps are for this brand's tennis skirts. I just have a hard time imagining people paying that much for something like this, but they do. So it sold for $29.99. I had them pay for shipping. I made $26.59, and that was promoted at 1%. That was pretty awesome. And that was something that I had relisted on Poshmark and realized that I never got listed over on eBay. So I relisted it using List Perfectly, and within a few days, it sold for my full asking price. Awesome. And I did get that at the consignment store for under $1. The next thing to sell was over on Kidizen. It was this cloth and stone printed chambray high-low shirt in a size medium. I actually sourced this on Poshmark. There was a seller who was running a really great sale in her Poshmark closet, and so I bundled a bunch of stuff, and she sent me an offer, and I accepted, and this was one of those pieces. So this sold on Kidizen. They were having this event called Mom Economy, and I wasn't like as gung-ho about it as I should have been. Like, typically you're supposed to like tag all of your listings so that people can find them easier, and I didn't really like start tagging anything until the night before the event was over. over, but I still made this one sale out of it. And so this sold for $28. That was the offer that I sent to someone when they carded it. And I did pay for shipping, which was $5, and I made $19.74 off of that shirt. And then on Sunday, which was October 25th, I had a pretty good sales day. It was closet clear out again on Poshmark, and you know how I love my closet clear out. So the first thing to sell was this pair of Nike black mesh line track pants with ankle zips in a size 2XL, and this was for men. This was something that I had relisted, and it sold 9 days after I relisted it for $15. That was the offer sent to me, so I made $12 off of that. The next thing to sell was this Ralph Lauren Blue Label cable knit crew neck sweater in a size small. This, I believe, I thrifted at a Goodwill for myself, but I never wore it. Like, it's pretty preppy, and I don't really dress that preppy, so it just sat around and collected dust. So I went ahead and listed it for $25. It was a little faded from wash wear, and that's why I listed it lower than maybe what I could have gotten for it. I sent out my closet clear out message asking if I dropped the price to $20 and if Poshmark paid for a portion of the shipping, if they would, you know, like to purchase it, and they said yes. So I made $16, and that sold 47 days after me relisting it. The next thing to sell was this ugly Christmas sweater that was like literally the brand name as well, ugly Christmas sweater. And it was striped, and it had like a graphic of a pug on it. It was so cute. In a size medium, it was relisted. It took 35 days to sell after being relisted, and it sold for $15. That was the offer sent to me, so I made $12 off of that. And I did get that for $1 at like a church yard sale right before our state went into shelter in place. So that was literally my last sourcing trip before COVID. The next thing to sell was this new without tags pink cutout one-piece swimsuit. It had like a bow on the front. It was in a size extra small. This I bought for myself on Mercari. I bought it like right at the end of spring, beginning of summer. I don't know who I was fooling thinking that I would look cute in this thing. Like, no, it was not good. So it's new without tags. It still had like the liner, you know, on the inside of the crotch, and I can't remember if it had like a tag or not, but it says small on the bathing suit. And when I bought it on Mercari, she said it fits more like an extra small, and that's the reason I got it. So when I got it and I tried it on, she was right. It does fit like an extra small, and I guess I'm not an extra small anymore. Like, it just, things were where it was not pretty. So I quickly relisted it because I was like, you know, it's really cute. Like, someone needs it in their life. That person is just not me. So I listed it, and I did have to relist it as well. But after relisting it, it sold in October, on October 25th. So, you know, list all things all the time, regardless of season. You never know what people are looking for. It sold for $18. I think I probably paid like 20 something for it on Mercari. So I'm losing a little money, but that's okay. And I made $14.40 on that. And then on eBay, I had another full price sale, which is always exciting. It was this pair of Miss Me JP5046L. I don't know. Sometimes they have those crazy numbers. It was basically a pair of bootcut jeans in a low rise, and they had like the bedazzled back pockets. They were in a size 26. They sold for $24.99. They paid for shipping. I made $20.96. Miss Me still sells. It just doesn't sell for a whole lot anymore. And these, I think there was some wear, which is why I listed them that low to begin with. And then the next thing to sell on eBay was this J. Jill green white floral midi dress in a size extra large. It had a V-neck, it was sleeveless, and this is something that I got at the consignment store for less than $1 as well. It sold for $15. That was the offer sent to me, and so after they paid for shipping, I made $12.07. And then the last sale of the week was over on Mercari, and it was by the brand Junk Food. This is a brand that Jenna from Empty Hanger used to talk about a lot. I don't know if she still does. And I was so excited when I found it at a thrift store one day because I had never found the brand before, and I was just so excited to find something that she talked about all the time. It sat in my closet for a very long time. It was kind of faded, although I kind of feel like that's how it was made. Like, it was kind of made to look vintage and old and worn in. But it was a graphic t-shirt with like the Pittsburgh Steelers on the front. So I relisted it. I cross-listed it over to all the different platforms, and it finally sold on Mercari for $16 with free shipping. So I did pay $3.56 to ship that out, and I made $10.84 off of that. And I was just really happy to see it go because, like I said, it has been a minute. It has been in my closet for a very long time. So, you know, it was just crazy because at first when I started writing down my sales, I was like, oh, this is not going to come out to be a very good sales day at all because I always start with my Poshmark sales. But even with my Poshmark sales, like I said at the beginning of the video, I actually did make 15 sales. They were just all like kind of condensed into 3 days. And that came out to a total of $237.43 of profit. That is the amount after you take out Poshmark fees, after you take out shipping discounts. That's what went into my bank account, which is super exciting. And then on eBay, I sold 14 items, which is great because eBay has been kind of slow for me, but I feel like with all this new activity of, you know, relisting a ton and now listing new pieces, eBay's really happy with me. So I sold 14 items for $211.47. And then on Mercari, I had a record-breaking 7 sales, which is, like I said, unheard of for me. And again, I think it's because I am listing super consistently over there, and I'm no longer like deleting listings because I'm going to relist them, but like from now on at this point, every listing is a brand new listing, and all of the reselling platforms like that. So I sold 7 items for $75.41. I had 1 sale on Kidizen for a total of $19.74. I had 1 sale over on thredUP for $11.14. And I had 1 direct sale with 3 pieces in it for $44.27. That brought my total to 41 items sold and $599.46 going in my bank account. So basically $600, which is awesome. If I had not turned down that $125 sale, it would have been well over $600, closer to $700. But again, I was barely going to be making any profit, so I'm okay with how things turned out on that sale. I do always love to update you on a few things. So, you know, like I said, I do have a video on how I relisted my entire Poshmark closet, and I will link that video right here. And as a result of relisting my entire Poshmark closet, 31 items out of the 41 that I sold this week were relisted. So that goes to show the power of relisting. Sometimes it just helps to go through your Poshmark closet, your eBay store, wherever it is that you're selling, and just tweak your listings a little bit. Maybe you need to adjust your listing title. Maybe you need to add some more keywords to your description. Maybe your pricing is just off. Like comps are just different than when you first listed the item. You know, just go ahead and make some changes. Even just the act of like tweaking listings on any given platform, it shows activity. It kind of like supports the algorithm a little bit. So it's definitely not a horrible thing to do with your time, especially if you're hurting for new inventory. So that was really cool. And then I do love to update you on how I'm doing with the items that I purchased from that consignment store I kept talking about. Earlier in the summer, I reached out to a local consignment store, like right when things were about to start opening up again. And I asked them if there was any way I could like shop by myself if I was going to buy a ton of stuff. And they let me know that they had a storage unit, which is where they were keeping all of the items that they were going to sell for like a big tent sale. And so they told me I could shop by myself in that storage unit and fill garbage bags. And they would sell me each like huge garbage bag for $50. So it was just like such an amazing thrifting experience. I probably went there like 5 or 6 times. I spent $1,400 with them, but I have made so much money already and I still have so much stuff from there to list. So it has been just a really great experience going through them and picking up that much stuff in bulk. So I have sold now from that place 279 items and I've made a total of $4,475.82. Again, my initial investment with them was $1,400, but even if you subtract that, I've made close to $3,500 off of the items that I have picked up from there. And I actually went there for the first time again since I've been thrifting there at the beginning of the summer. I went today with my daughter because she really needs clothes. Like she has no shirts, like long sleeve shirts that fit her. So we went there because they price their kids stuff so reasonably. It's like $3, $4, $5 for a shirt or something like that. So we went to get her stuff and then they of course had some sales racks. So I will have a haul of stuff that I got from there plus another consignment store. Plus I popped into a Goodwill not too long ago. So I'll have a haul video coming out soon. So definitely make sure that you're subscribed and that you've hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss it. And that is it for the video, guys. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you did enjoy the video, if you learned anything, hit that like button and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.